getting your film more in, are you?
Yes, I am. Welcome, DJ Nubis.
And DJ Neko.
Here on the Meltdown Radio podcast with our very special guest, Kevin Lambert from the entertainment headquarters. If I didn't wait, Neko would be like, give me a bunch of shit if I didn't let her say it herself.
He always talks right over me.
And so, so normally vintage would always be like a one-on-one, but because of outside forces beyond my control, I was forced to add Neko into this particular review. And we are reviewing 2006's Grandma's Boy.
Wow, is it really 19 years old?
It is. And the funny thing is like the time that Neko and I initially saw this.
It was on cable.
Yeah, I was actually a game tester, and I was one of the older people there. So
that's how you met Eddie.
Yep. So basically, Grandma's Boy is a 2000 American stoner comedy. They even put stoner in there for this. Directed by Nicholas Goosen, written by Barry Warnick, and stars Linda Cardellini, Alan Covert, Peter Dante, Shirley Jones, Shirley Knight, Joe David Moore, Kevin Nealon, and Doris Roberts.
That's Grandma.
Legend. The plot is basically the film features a video game tester who was forced to move in with his grandmother after being evicted from his home while falling for a woman who was sent to oversee the production of the video game company's newest video game. And I know that, Kevin, you had not seen this before.
Nope, never heard it, never seen it, and now I know why it's called DJ Anubis the movie.
It is one of our favorites.
So before we get into the plot and everything, what was your initial thoughts after basically seeing this film? Was it everything you thought it was? Was it not what you thought it was?
As soon as it started and I seen the guy sitting playing video games, getting high on the bong, I went, oh, there's Anubis.
No, he prefers pot cookies.
Edibles. And I can only take like a little morsel because I learned my lesson a long time ago that 5 cookies is not a good idea.
But in all serious though, I got like, obviously it's not the same, but I got vibes of like the Step Brothers and like American Pie, that kind of humor, like a road trip, those kind of movies, like just the vibe and the feel of them. And
they would not get away with doing that film today.
No, they wouldn't. I mean, and you see, this is before, what is his name? The fat curly-haired kid who was in Superbad.
I know what you're talking about.
But he was one of the testers. Like, this is before a lot. And Linda Cardellini.
Jonah Hill.
Thank you. Jonah Hill. And Linda Cardellini, I love her. Like, I love her as an actress.
Yeah, well, Linda
she's been in so many things.
Yeah, and she's actually going to be, the mother in the new Friday the 13th series as Jason Voorhees' mother.
Oh wow!
I'll definitely check that out.
Yeah, it's going to be like an origin story on Camp Crystal Lake, and she's playing Jason's mother. And
that's cool.
She was also in a series that my mom was watching on Netflix that I actually got in. I forgot the actual name, but I started watching. I thought it was pretty good, and she was fabulous in it. I think it's Dead Like Me with Christina Applegate.
Yes. It has
James Marsden in it as well, who played Cyclops.
It's called Dead to Me. It has Christina Applegate, and they're. Spoiler alert, like Christina Applegate's husband was hit by a driver, which happened to be Linda Cardellini and her boyfriend at the time.
Okay.
So Linda Cardellini gets like real stalkery and she feels real bad about it. And then they became friends, but it was good. It was funny and sad at the same time.
Yeah.
And she was in Mad Men. She was in a season of Mad Men. Don was having an affair with her. It's always fun.
Yeah.
So Alex, played by Covert, is a video game tester who goes by the name Gray Bush because he's a 35-year-old game tester which is about what my age was at the time that I was doing it. And he lives with another guy, his friend Josh. And you get that opening scene. They're playing a video game, and Josh is cheating, pulling the plug out.
And then Kevin Nash comes and takes all his stuff away.
So we get like some cameos by Kevin Nash, a former wrestler in WWE, and another guy who basically are starting.
Is it that Rob Snyder?
That's that's the landlord.
Yeah, he's Yuri.
Yeah. He's the dad of that country singer. Ellie King or something she's called?
Mm-hmm.
No,
see, I don't some of the American shit.
You like her though. She sings X's and O's, they haunt me.
I don't know. But anyway, they start coming and they start removing stuff out of the house while also eating their food. And so Alex walks into the kitchen and Kevin's eating a bag of chips. Like, can I help you guys? Yeah. Like, what are you doing here? And we're evicting you. And so he's like, no, I pay rent, to which Josh gives you my money. Josh gets like coward, like, I can't stop the Filipino prostitute.
He's like,
massage parlor.
Yeah, the massage parlor. What was her name? Madam something.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And he's like, you spent all of our money on Filipino hookers? No, they're massage therapists.
Yeah. Oh man. So that forces Alex to have to leave the place. And he really was trying to go, like, even when his grandmother was offering a place to stay, he's like, nah, yeah, it's okay. He was trying to he stayed over at Jeff's house, who's a much younger game tester.
Who still lives with his roommates.
Who talks to other cars with his radio car phone,
You know, he made up that whole car bed scene.
Yes.
Like off the cuff.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
Yeah, so he stays with Jeff for a night. And
he had to sleep on the air mattress, which was an alligator float.
Yeah. And so, I don't know, you get this banter that's very man-childlike or childlike, they're busting out each other. Like, dude, your car is a bed. And he's like, yeah, but it's a really cool car.
It's a really stupid bed.
So anyway, for some odd reason, Alex in the middle of the night he can't fall asleep. So one of the things he does, he finds his Barbie doll.
It's Lara Croft.
It goes into
when I've seen this, I thought, am I dreaming? Is this really happening? Like, no disrespect. I would not have minded if it fucking looked like Lara Croft, but it didn't.
You're right. Well, he was just playing. So, like, obviously he goes in the bathroom and he's going to rub one out to the doll, and he starts talking dirty, which is one of the funnier parts of the movie because go ahead, Neko, you did it so well.
My cock is lost in the jungle. You need to find it, Laura.
What? No panties?
What? No panties? You're a naughty girl. Yeah, we've seen this a few times.
He gets the doll, turns it on its ass, and it's like just a plastic ass.
So he's going to town, and then all of a sudden, the mother of Jeff comes into the bathroom. He turns around right as he's starting to come, and he says, "I can't stop coming," and she's like freaking the fuck out, right? So like,
yeah.
So the next day,
I did find it hilarious, man. The next day when he's like, "I can't believe you just cummed on my mom," and then later on he goes, "But she still says you can stay."
Yeah. Well, I like the other guy that's one of Jeff's friends there. He's Alex is like, "Hey, can I crash at your place?" He's like, "Why? So you can come on my mom?"
Oh no, does he not
Jeff's
say
a liar?
Does he not? Yeah. Does he not also say, "Well, you call something about what next? You're gonna come on my dad?"
Well, he said, "Yeah, are you why? So you can come on my mom." That's what he was basically saying when he tried to get someone else to let him crash there.
Oh my God!
But because he ended up staying at the building where they do all the game testing, and that's when Cardellini's character comes in, Samantha, and she's there to oversee the new release from I forget the name.
Brainasium. It's Eternal Death Slayer 3.
Three.
What a cool fucking name, though, for a game.
Yes. But we cannot undervalue the acting of Joel Moore as JP. He is like the most ridiculous guy in this movie.
Sure, I don't know who invented the helicopter, even though I have one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Get metal legs. It's risky, but I think it's worth it.
How did he see me?
Is this the guy who was naked?
No, that's Dante.
That's Dante. JP is the one in the leather,
black,
and he's like
the glasses.
Oh, when he thinks he's fucking Neo from fucking Matrix.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what?
Dante is a whole other world like that. He's like,
there's a line that was said, and I burst out laughing because I was seeing in my head, this guy thinks he's fucking Neo from the Matrix, and the next thing somebody mentions it and then says, "Don't take the red pill."
Yeah.
I think
it was Alex who's like, "Hey, dude, the Matrix is calling. They want their jacket back or some shit like that."
Hey, don't take the red pill. No, hey, Samantha, don't take the red pill. God. Oh, I want to watch it right now.
So, yeah, a couple of times, Alex is trying to crash at Dante's place, too, and Dante answers the door, like, naked, and he's putting up a Christmas tree. Now, Dante is basically his drug dealer from the weed and stuff.
Everybody's drug dealer.
But he's like, you can't talk like that when the lion gets here. He's quite the character, Dante is.
He's got his monkey, his kung fu monkey.
But as it comes down to, like, Alex has no choice. He has to move in with his grandmother.
And her 2 roommates.
Yeah. 3 roommates. Is it 3? 2?
2.
One of them takes a lot of pills. The other one is the old silver fox that Jeff ends up hooking up with later.
Well, there's the Stickler's mom, then there's this chick.
Yeah.
You're a legend.
Oh, I like early on. She's like, well, I can set you up for a date. Like, no, that's okay. Well, okay, you're gay. That's okay.
My son's gay too.
Yeah.
I'll give you his number.
Yeah.
And the other one who obviously, I don't know if it's just made her naturally stupid or she's got some sort of disability, especially when he's doing the chores and she picks up the paintbrush and starts licking it.
Yeah. She's sort of on her way out. She's taking all those pills and stuff, but funny nonetheless. I recognize
his face, or the actress. I've seen her in something.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, like there's a lot of familiar faces in the movie. I mean, we get David Spade, we got Schreider, Jonah Hill, of course.
It was just that kind of time when everybody was doing each other's movies to do some cameos, and
like the thing is with Jonah Hill, though, this was like the start of his career.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he would probably not do a film like this now because he's obviously been successful as a writer and a director. And I think
you've seen Superbad, right?
Well, he's grown out of it a little bit.
He's also not in his 20s anymore, so
right, and he's lost a lot of weight. So a lot like early roles, he was a kind of bigger guy. So. But so he moves in with his grandmother, and because they had a roommate that passed away, and so the first night he's there, his grandmother thinks it's like a
I
sleepover.
burst out laughing when he goes
like,
into the room.
You gotta be fucking kidding me!
It's when he goes in the room. He's like, "Oh, come on, honey, come to the bedroom." Takes him to the bedroom. And he's like, she didn't die in this bed. But, oh, no, she didn't die on the bed. She died on the floor next to the bed.
Oh, that was way over here.
I died on the floor. Nobody helped me.
I swear to God, Sophie, I would have helped you.
And then, like once she springs up and scares him, he's like, oh, my God, oh, shit. And she's like, honey, watch your language.
Like, you're better than that.
Yeah, like, what
oh, God, Doris Roberts. She's you don't know, she's the mother and everyone loves Raymond.
Yeah. Fantastic actress. She's been in other things as well, but such a sweet lady.
Yes.
She's even sweet in this.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's great in this. Like, that's the funny fucking thing about it all. But
I just want to jump around so much, but you keep us on track because there's so many fucking funny scenes I want to talk about.
Well, one of the things is like the next morning, the Godfather clock's going off, and so he's like, "What the what?" he goes down to eat, and he's getting ready to go back to bed for a while because he figures I'm gonna get some nap time. But the ladies
like,
are like, we got some chores for you.
Hours.
We got some chores for you. Since you're the man of the house now, so he's cleaning up. Of course, when he picks up the couch, there's like 5 dead cats underneath there. Like, what the fuck?
Yes.
But
the fact that they didn't smell, there was no like maggots.
They're petrified, like they're
they're all just skeletal remains at this point,
and some fur.
But the turning point really is when he comes back home at night. Decides to now he's kind of getting all this good food from his grandmother. They're cooking all this food, leaving them in the fridge, and he decides he's going to heat it up in the oven. He's like, I don't know what you are. I'm going to eat you too. Puts it in there, goes to smoke a bowl or whatever of the weed he has, which he keeps. Is it in the urn of Sophie, or is it like just like a?
It's in the It's in his room, and it's like it looked. They thought it was a vase. Remember, they were cleaning it, and they put flowers in it, and then they put it on the table.
Yeah.
I found this in your room, honey.
Yeah.
Oh, but it smelled so bad. I had to clean it out.
And he's like, so anyway, he smokes a bowl, goes back to get his food, and he pulls out the pan without thinking and burns his fucking hands in the process. So he needs his hands to test the games. So he's got them all wrapped up. And he goes into work the next day, and everyone's like looking at him like, dude, did your roommates do that to you? Because they all think that he's with some hot ladies. And he's like, yeah, they want to just menage a trois. Like,
they keep me up all night.
Yeah, they're just sexual predators. Like, I can't control them. And so now the guys are like, oh, wow, this is great. You're living the life. So he tries to get guys to help him like do his levels, basically, because they all broke them out to each guy who's going to cover the game, and
they're all like, I fixed.
Meanwhile, JP, he's like this. What do they call him? The prodigy. He's like the next level, like genius, and did his first game at 14 or something. And so he's like working on the new game, and he doesn't connect with all the other people that well. Like, he's very isolated. He's very nerdy.
He's very on the spectrum.
There's that point where he's showing Samantha the building, and they go past by the game room where all the kids and game testers get to unload and play games. They have competitive gaming and whatnot. So they walk in there because Samantha wants to see what's going on. She wants to see how they all interact and cut loose. And what was it JP calls, like the loser room or something?
Stupid idiot room.
Yeah, the stupid idiot room.
This was like Big Bang Theory before Big Bang Theory was a thing.
Yeah.
Basically, this is like the
R-rated.
This is like the stoner R-rated version of Big Bang Theory.
Exactly.
Oh God. Yeah.
And
imagine if Sheldon was in there on a bong.
Oh yeah.
He could have used it.
Yeah. Oh, he would. I don't know. He'd fucking lose his shit. Like,
no, he'd probably calm his ass down.
Well, it might that too. But yeah, so in the midst of this, of course, JP is like enthralled by Samantha. Like, she's very beautiful. Both Alex and her kind of like show a liking to her, as many of the guys do. The gaming testers like, yeah, no problem, Samantha. I'll take care of that. Just like, let's get it on. I mean, not sex, but
Yeah. Not sex.
So yeah, again, JP is just very odd. We have that moment where he's like trying to hide on the wall with his jacket, like he can't be seen. He thinks he's camouflage, and I was like, "What are you doing?
How did he see me?"
Yeah, it's really ridiculous because he lives in his own fantasy world. JP does. So then we find out that Alex, he, despite testing games, he also is working on creating his own game called Demonic.
And he's been coding and doing it himself, and
which I learned is a real game from 2006.
Really? So now you got to play it.
Yeah. So he's playing it, and he's testing his game while he's at home, and then his grandmother comes up, and Lily, and she's like, "What is this?" She's like, "Oh yeah, that's this game I'm working on." So she starts playing. And I like one of the funnier parts of it. I was like, yeah, kill that dude. And she's like, why? He's like, he's a drug dealer. Oh yeah, drugs are bad. And she's like, starts getting into the game. Which,
you stupid dopers.
Yeah. So she that will
cute.
come up later. That her playing that game.
Yeah. She's so cute though. There's like you just want to
like, and he tries to take it. She's like, slaps his hand away.
She's so cute, but she's not stupid at the same time. Like for example, when he first had nowhere to stay, she went, "Oh, you don't mind doing a few chores around the house, do you?" Next thing you know, he's taking the garbage out, he's painting the walls, he's like
cleaning the gutters.
But she's doing it with such a smile on her face, like, "Thank you for doing it."
You can't say no to Grandma Lily.
Well, I'm sure that she wasn't even charging him, I don't think, or if there was, it's
not.
Yeah. So, so now he has to like find a way to get his levels done, so he can test at home too. So what he does is,
but you forgot one key thing. He got a cable box from Dante, and then got all the ladies hooked on the Antiques Roadshow.
That's where I was going.
Oh, sorry.
Remember, he was doing like he got him hooked on, but he's like, yeah, I have tickets to Antiques Roadshow for you ladies.
And he was mad because like he couldn't test or anything, and they were staying up all night watching Antiques Roadshow.
Yeah.
So
I suppose if
you guys better get to sleep.
I suppose when you're old and you're retired and you've got nothing to do, you can just sit and watch TV all the time, all night, all day. So the worst thing you probably did was to buy them that box.
Think about it now too. I mean, my mom has a lot of health problems, so she would like to do more, and that's what ends up happening as you get old is, you start getting health problems. You can't do as much. So just keeping up your house takes a lot of energy. You just end up sitting, watching Top Chef all day.
Yeah, and then you end up spending money to get people to do the painting for you because I know our house, because my mom and dad are getting older and we're all still work full time. When they're off on a week's holiday at the age that they're in the mid-60s, the last thing they want to do is to paint a house. So I have a friend who does our painting and gives us basically mates rates, friends rates for, and he's fantastic painter.
That's awesome. That's really nice too.
Yeah. So, like you say, you think as well you'll have all this money when you're older. Sometimes you don't because you have to pay out to get shit done because you can't be bothered to do it because you're old and tired.
So, since they started getting their levels done and, the testing for Demonic Slayer 3 or
Eternal Death Slayer 3
is getting complete, like they're caught up. So Cheezel, who is the guy that runs the gaming testing company, lets him go out with Samantha to celebrate. And so the place they pick is
mate, I love that. Before we get there, I love how he's all zen and he's like all namaste, but then I love
parties.
Yeah, and I love right at the end when it's revealed why he's so zen.
Yeah. And so
what was it called? The restaurant
Our Lady Peace or something?
No, that's a band. Our Lady
something
vegan or Our Lady. It's gonna kill me. Look it up.
I don't know, but it's still so funny because this is David Spade, like the waiter.
Hi, my name is Shiloh. I'm gonna be your waiter today. Did you just say your name is Shiloh?
And so, they go there because obviously Cheezel likes this restaurant. He's a vegan, so he sent them there. And but none of them are really vegan, so they like to have some meat. So they're like saying, if we pay extra, can we get grease on this stuff?
There's no fat.
And so David Spade is really good in this as Shiloh. He's like throwing shit back in their face, like, go choke on a cow dick. So they end up leaving and going to like some burger joint and so they end up calling JP on their phone. We don't see it at the time.
No, they don't do that until they get to the party at Grandma's house.
Okay, well, all right, you go ahead, tell the story now.
I will.
Come on, DJ Nickel, because she's dying to take the lead.
I might as well just sit this out. You guys want to remove myself?
No, shut up. What is the name of
I'm
it?
just a guest. I'm just having fun. I'm
I
just
can't
drinking my
warm up the
wine,
intro.
listening
Oh,
to the
sorry.
you guys.
So anyway, they go to it was the original Fat Burger
Yes.
is where they went to get their hamburgers, and Jeff is like, I really need to use the bathroom, and he's like, I have to pee out of my ass. So they went to Grandma's house.
Well, first he's like, I need to pee. He's like, well, just go over to the bush. No, out of my ass. Okay.
So they go to Grandma's house, and they were talking about, man, I really would like some weed. Really? Would you? You like some weed? So they call Dante over. Dante brings the weed and the party and the friends. But while they were all out, the ladies found some tea in Sophie's little glass. It's like jar.
Container, whatever.
Yeah. So he had put his weed in there, and it's just like a little container. And while Grandma was cleaning up, she found it. She's like, oh, we decided that we were going to drink some of Sophie's tea in memory of her.
They're all high as fuck.
And they were all high as fuck. I would have cut my antlers if...
Oh, a couple of interesting trivia things. So, according to Nick Swartzen, who's one of the writers, Adam Sandler once introduced him to his CEO of Blockbuster Video, who told Swartzen, your movie, Grandma's Boy, was one of the most stolen movies of all time because nobody fucking returned the movie ever.
Because the best.
And then also, according to Nick Swartzen, in the pot smoking scenes, Peter Dante, who plays Dante, was given fake weed, but Peter then decided to get his own weed. So for each retake of that scene, he was lighting up a real bong hits, and he apparently told Swartzen after the takes that he couldn't feel his legs, that he needed to go to the hospital.
Oh my God.
All right, so
well, Nick Swartzen's the one who plays Jeff.
no, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so he's one of the writers. Okay, cool. So yeah, where are you at with the story?
So we just got done drinking Sophie's tea, and all the ladies are all high as fuck.
And then watching some Spanish channel. That was the thing.
Yeah, so then they decided that they're gonna call Dante because my grandma drank all my weed.
Don't worry, you'll get your fix.
Yeah, call that weirdo Dante. So we call Dante, and Dante brings all his friends and the bikers, and there's beer and the milkmaid where she's... It's just a big old party. And it was really funny. It's just hard to capture how funny it was. But he wakes up on the couch the next morning, and he's like, did I just hallucinate a party? Because Grandma must have got up early and clean, but Samantha was there, and she's showing Samantha baby pictures of him.
Oh, did you skip the whole party?
Well, what do you want to talk about the party?
Dude, like Jonah Hill sucking on a chick's
I said
booty.
the milkmaid
and
was
then
there.
when Samantha was dancing, singing songs.
You've missed the whole part where Thingy goes up to the bedroom with
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, you do that.
No, go ahead.
No, you.
You.
I don't want to.
Do it.
No, my mind is a little fuzzy.
All right, Kevin, you do it.
You do it.
Basically, the guy, the friend of the grandmother, she takes a liking to what's his name again? Have my mind's gone blank.
Jeff.
So she takes a liking to Jeff, who, as you know, wanted to pee out of his ass, and she's high after the tea weed, and he's just sitting there, and obviously you had that scene where they all went to bring him his lunch to the office.
Oh God, that's right. And that's how they discover that he was living with his grandma. Oh my God, I'm jumping around too much.
That's fine, because it's still recommended people see this.
So basically, they now get the reveal that he hasn't been with 3 hot chicks, but his grandma and that 2 friends. But one of them's must have been a complete slut in that time when she was younger.
Mm-hmm.
So Jeff's in the bed, you know, she takes a liking to Jeff, and he's like nervous as hell. But then, for whatever reason, he ends up in the bedroom with her. They start talking, and she goes, you know, I was with Charlie Chaplin and give him his first hand job. And he's like, he's like, boy, was he silent the whole time? Not when I,
Not when I
not
was
when-
with him.
not when I.
And then he's
Oh.
like, I have to confess, you were my first. And she's like, oh, you were
That's
my
sweet.
like 900.
And he's like, he rolls over. He's like, I wish I had protection.
Sure.
I do
And
like
it's like-
also when he's like, oh, were you with Laurel and Hardy? Which one were you with, Laurel or Hardy? And she's like, both.
Yeah, I was Abbott and Costello.
Costello.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But the funnier thing too is when the rest of the crew found out that he was living with the grandma. It was hilarious because you have to understand, Alex was telling him all these hot stories of the great sex. So when his grandmother and the other one showed up, they're like, well, who are you? They're like, well,
We're Alex's
his roommates.
roommates.
And they're like, oh, everyone started getting sick.
Yeah, but then he ends up sleeping with one of them. So
That's hysterical.
Yeah, that plays a big part.
Okay. We covered the party enough.
Yep. Go ahead. Now we're to where.
Well, I mean, we could talk about salt and pepper's here, and we're in effect. Want you to? And then she falls over, and that's me singing karaoke. But yeah, the next morning, like Grandma and Samantha have a little moment. She's showing baby pictures of Alex. Alex is like, "Thanks, Grandma." Oh, rolling his eyes. But there was a really sweet moment. There was a picture of his granddad holding baby Alex. And he's like, he would have had a beer. And Grandma's like, he would have had 50.
Yeah.
And she's like, I miss him so much. So it was very sweet. And then he's like, okay, well, I got to get Samantha back to her place. And she's like, oh. But he takes her back to her hotel. And he's like, I never been with anybody who had 800 roommates or something like that. And
they end up fucking.
It's a nice scene because, like, you know, they say their goodbyes, and I think you've got to get the toll for the parking pass.
What validated?
Yeah. So he came back, and she like immediately kissed her. She thought he might kiss her before they left. So when he came back, she immediately kissed him. He's like, "Well, what was that for?" And he says something like, "What if I was the bellboy?" She's like, "I was hoping you were."
Oh, those two. As funny as this movie is, those couple of like sweet parts kind of give you a little balance.
I know it's a lot of fun. You know, obviously
And
there's
then
a point where go ahead.
this is where he's sitting in his master game room that looks like somewhere out the Matrix.
Yes.
Is it JD?
JP. Yeah.
JP.
Yeah.
JT,
And he
I'm
gets
not
his
good with the name.
voicemail.
And he goes to voicemail because he's sitting. The one thing I never mentioned is that he obviously, like you see, he's got autism or something. Because every time he talks to somebody, he'll turn to the side and talk in a robotic voice. And he's like in this room talking to himself, saying, "Oh, you can get this done. You can get this game done." No, you cannot. Then it'll go. And he's like, "I am in love with this. I'm in love with." And he's like, "She's never gonna love you back." Yes, she is. And no, she's not. And
I am a genius.
it's like,
Oh, it was on the segue.
he basically gets the voice message, and then he goes looking for is it Alex? No.
Yeah, he goes to Alex's place.
And then he starts crying.
He's slobbering on himself, but he notices Alex is playing demonic. He's like, "What is this?" And Alex like, "Oh, I'm just something I'm tinkering with, you know, and trying to create this game." And of course, JP is very interested because it's pretty good.
And he's like, wow, there's no clipping or anything. This is really good. You know, I could take this home
And give you some
and give
pointers.
you some pointers and review it. And he's like, oh, would you really? Just remember now, I'm not a genius like you, so go easy on me. And then JP turns into the supervillain.
Yeah. So,
Which you knew was going to happen.
Oh,
As soon as especially when he turned around and he went, "Oh, I can take this back to my place and just work on the kinks and work on it." And he was like, "Is this your only copy of the game?" He's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I forgot that. Is this your only copy?
Yeah, that's how he knew. So they go into the work the next Monday.
So as soon as I heard that, I was like, "You're going to be a virgin for the rest of your life."
Because he came to Alex crying, like, I want to make
I have no friends.
And Alex, even though he's like the 35-year-old at work, he's very affable, he's friendly, he's just very, very laid back, but he's also the most mature out of all of them. So I guess JP was like, if you could be my friend, and he's like, you just got to be a little less weird, JP, maybe people would not be so. But JP's also a dick sometimes. Remember when that one kid went to him and he's like, hey.
Well, yeah, because it's, and again, like as Kevin pointed, when he starts doing the double talk to himself, like the kid's like, our trolls on one level look this color. We should change them to the other color, other level, so they don't look the same. He's like, no, that's a bad idea. But then the kid leaves and he's like, yeah, it was a good idea. No, it wasn't. It's my idea. So he's basically stealing ideas from other people now, including Alex.
It's like he wants to be accepted, but he also wants to be like seen superior to the others.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's like he wants to be friends, but then he wants to be like the cool kid in the class, but he's not. He's the fucking.
And he was for a long time. I think that's kind of where the ego comes from. He was this prodigy from a young age, and people looked up to him because he made these great games. So the Eternal
and he was
Death
probably
Player
like
series.
Became entitled and got a lot of money from.
Yeah.
So he learned like no adult social skills because he was building video games as a child and, was kind of isolated for a while.
He could have been overprotective. Like
probably.
When you see what you call it, who sleeps with the older chick, with his mom, how his mom, when he gets picked up in the car, did you get the steak for me? Yes, I did, honey.
3-chord Samurai Jack. Yep.
Yes, I did. We knew JP was gonna be an asshole. We knew it. Everybody knew it. And
he does.
He
obviously starts at the next work day. Cheesel's there, everyone's there, and Alex is wondering what's going on. So Cheesel's like, yeah, JP's got a new game. It's gonna destroy everything that he's done.
Yeah, we're releasing them both at the same time, right? With EDS3.
We give you demonic. And then Alex is
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he's like, no,
that's my game.
You. That's my game. And so, of course, JP's pretending because he knows it's the only copy. He's like, no, it's mine. I don't know what you're doing. And so Alex is livid. Like, he's pissed. He's like, I've been working on this game for a couple of years now. Fuck you. He's pissed. And Samantha and everybody's there, so they don't know how to react because they've never heard, because he's never talked about it to anybody except for his grandmother. So this leads to Alex quitting.
Having a meltdown.
Yeah,
he went to Dante.
He's like, I don't care. You take the shit eater and the fucking reindeer.
I want
shit,
the bling. I want the bling bling. I want that reindeer shit. Mix it all together.
And we ain't got to talk about the African guy that he brought in to handle the monkey and stuff like that.
We did miss it. I loved that scene. I fucking loved it. I was crying, laughing. Wait, not that one where he says, I'm gonna get a lion from this dude. And then the next thing he's on the news and he's effing by, this line just fucking came out of nowhere.
It came out of nowhere.
And it's king of the jungle,
I was looking
man.
off the street and it's the fucking king of the jungle.
And it's like, it was him who brought the fucking lion.
Yeah. So, so he's going to get like high as fuck. And so there's that funny scene with the chimpanzees driving because everyone's so fucked up. But
Samantha goes right to grandma.
Yeah, Samantha's like looking for Alex. She wants to kind of figure out what's going on, and grandmother's there, and she's like, well, what's going on? And she's like, well, there were some issues with a game that JP said, Alex said was his, but JP was saying his, and she's like, well, demonic? And now that gets Samantha's attention because,
I play it all the time.
She's like, I love that game, So she took her, and they go back to the workplace.
Brainasium.
And they call over to Dante to try to get all of Alex. And Dante's like, is that a tumor? Yeah, he's so fucked up in the head from the weed. So Alex finally gets up there too, and so again, Grandma comes in. She says, "No, this is my grandson's game. Like I've played this." And so JP's like, "Well, she would say that, she's just covering for Alex." So then they're like, "Well, they're gonna play the game against
have a face off."
Yeah, there is a bit of a nice little trivia with that because as they're playing, you obviously get JP who's like talking shit to her. So he's like, he insults her Lily by telling her that Murder She Wrote is on. Apparently, Doris Roberts did appear in 2 episodes of Murder She Wrote at one time, so it's a nice little callback for her to do that.
And you've got our friend who's sucking on thing's ear, and they're like making out, and it's making everyone feel sick.
I forgot about
and Jonah's character's like, "Oh, stop!" Yeah.
Can you just cut that out, Jesus?
So JP, early on in the game is kind of beating up on Grandma with the game. He's been playing it probably all night to figure out how it works, and so he's kind of smoking a little bit. But she comes back and she knows like the secret move, the fatality, basically. And she says, "Yeah, you might be doing this, but I know my grandson.
It's my grandson's game."
It's just she pulls out this super weapon that the demon has, and it rips JP's character in half. And there's like no way she would know how to do that if it was JP's game that no one's seen.
And then he like powers down.
Yeah, he's like, "Please sit on my face." And she was like, "That's not necessary, JP.
That's not appropriate, JP.
But yeah, it's a big party once they all solve that. And
They
Dante's like, "Chizo, where you get your weed from?" He's like, "From you, Dante."
Yes. And then it scans like a year later when Demonic's being released.
Yep.
And like everyone's just celebrating, and it's like, it becomes like a big party again.
I love this movie so much. It's so funny. I mean, I could watch it 100 times. I have watched it 100 times. What about you?
Anubis the movie.
Anubis the movie.
Yeah, I mean, look, like I said, when we came across this movie by accident, just watching
it was just on cable.
And the minute we started watching it, she's like, "Oh my God, that is you. That is you."
Only he doesn't have a grandma, so.
Not that I know of, not anyone that I've stayed in touch with, but again, the movie just was funny because of time. That's what I was actually doing for a living at the time. So,
and he was doing great. Like, but the hard thing about being a game tester out there for all you future game testers or future game coders, it's hard to get a job like at a place like in the movie. It's contract work based on when games are released. So he had some good years, but like it dried up, and when it dries up, they're like, "Yeah, we only got 5 hours free this week," or
yeah.
So it went from full time to like no time. And
so so when you were a tester, what games did you test? Can you remember?
World of Warcraft.
Let me think here. Oh my God! Well, one was like one of them was Assassin's Creed. I don't remember which one it was, but that was one of them at the time.
And you had a lot of World of Warcraft.
Yeah, that. I mean, we were testing drivers too for graphic drivers and stuff. So movies. That's how I actually discovered Serenity. Was through that because I started getting caught up in the movies. I'm testing. I'm like, this is a cool movie.
You're supposed to be finding the glitch.
You're right. I'm like, there's no glitch right now. Got to get back to me in a couple of hours. But there were just different games. Some of them were like I said, World of Warcraft was one of them.
He had like a jailbroken Xbox.
Yeah.
And like it was an open source Xbox that they would download things into it, and it was for him to like test, and they would like he'd have to go and pull like the test report, and it'll be like, yeah, you have to look for this, and this, and check this, and it's literally like you're playing and you have to look at the spreadsheet to see if there's a glitch or if anything looks like it's freezing or
Yeah,
So the thing is, with this game, having these testers, they'll be like you, just on contracts where they can be let go anytime. But in the game, in the film, though, it makes them seem that it's like a permanent job and that they get work all the time.
Well, it could be because with some companies that are bigger, now we were like almost a third-party testing source. Whereas if you worked for, say, Ubisoft or like Blizzard, you would have like a legitimate job as long as that was like as long as
you're releasing so many games,
right?
And you're like with the
plus you're constantly working on World of Warcraft, which is not going to really go anywhere for a while.
Give me 1 second. I just need to let Logan in because he's scratching at me door.
Oh, come in, Logan.
Logan's like, I want in, motherfucker.
He's like, in, out, in, out.
The old in, out, in, out.
That's another one.
It's a cult classic.
That's a cult classic.
Yeah, it is.
What I find, so like the movie is perfect for me to put on for no reason. I can watch it and just chill. I can watch it and go to sleep. It makes me laugh every single time. And the one thing that I found with some comedies, like over the years, like I sometimes don't find things funny, like the way I found it funny.
Well, that's the thing. Like this movie, I can still find funny, but like Spaceballs has some still moments, but it's not as fun as I once thought.
I know Spaceballs is good for like little snippets, but I remember seeing Spaceballs and I thought, and they're making a Spaceballs too. Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
But like,
I think the whole world's made about Spaceballs too.
I know. It's hard for me.
But I'm like concerned too because Coming to America 2 just wasn't good. And so, like,
it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. It was very tame and safe and mediocre.
Yeah.
But Coming to America was not.
But this is Mel Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mel Brooks did another many years later sequel to one of his movies. I forgot what it was called, like The Life or The History, The World History or something.
Yeah,
and it was garbage. The second one, it was just not funny, and it's like, in no disrespect to him, respect that he can, at his age, in his late 90s, nearly heading into his hundreds, that he's still writing and looks great for his age. But I just don't think his work's what it used to be, and I just think.
No, because like you can't really take the risk that you really want, not without being canceled. Because could you imagine trying to do Blazing Saddles 2 with still using the same type of humor? It would just never go over.
Where are the white women at?
Right.
I mean.
All right. Let's do our ratings. So we're going to start with our special guest, Kevin Lambert. What would you rate 1 out of 10 for Grandma's Boy?
8. 8 out of 10.
10! I give it a 10. A 10. That's on the list too, right?
What, Varsity Blues?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'd consider it a cult classic. I mean, it will show up somewhere on something else, but I don't know.
Give it a 10.
For me, it's definitely a 10. but it's my movie, so it has to be a 10.
DJ Lewis could not star in his own movie and then drop the rating any lower.
Right.
We love to pull like movie one-liners out.
We do it all the time. Between that one and Step Brothers, it happens.
The next time we're talking, I need a piss, and you go, the toilet's over there. I'm going to go out of my ass.
Out of my ass.
So, Mr. Lambert, let people know what you have coming up on the entertainment headquarters.
Well, tomorrow I will be putting the trailer reaction that we did up for Alma and the Wolf. I also will be finishing and concluding my next episode of Education, which is on Thunderbirds. And then I think, and then we are going to be doing the Karate Kid special on the Retro Classic Movie Show. So that's what I have planned before I go to San Diego and live on the streets.
That's good. As for me, tomorrow, I'm doing another Lone Wolf with Dub episode. This time I'm covering Ninja Assassin.
Who are you doing the episode with?
Me.
I thought you were doing that with
Rick?
No, you were doing it. I thought you were doing it with Little Wolf.
No, that was some. No, initially it was supposed to be Lone Wolf that was going to be a part of that, but he too camera shy for that. So I just did it myself. But I do have special guests here and there, but no one's really planned on Ninja Assassin but me. Then Ghouls of Midnight, of course. I have How to Kill Monsters. Going to be reviewing that. Friday, I'm getting together with Jedi Granville as we do another Kaiju Spotlight, and this time we're doing Gyra from the War of the Gargantuas, one of them. Also Friday night, because Silver Screen Savant is usually Saturday, but Neko and I are going to see 311. So Friday we'll be doing Silver Screen, which is my pick, will be For Your Eyes Only, James Bond. So we're getting back into the Bond stuff. I'll be there for the Karate Kid retro movie show. Or you're there for that. So that's pretty much what's in the immediate future for me.
And for me, I'm going to be going to see 311 with DJ Anubis on Saturday. It was very, very sporadic. There is a concert pavilion. It's not very large. We're going to have to go get lawn chairs because it's general admission.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but 311, did they fall off or something? Or are they not?
Well, no, the thing is, like, they were a 90s band, but like, look what happened when we used to do the festival in Maryland. Or Hart, who used to sell out arenas, played there, or Jefferson Airplane. Like, it's just time has passed. They're not the big deal anymore. But they're a big deal for me. But,
yeah, I when I saw that 311 was playing, I'm like, is it the real 311? Yes, it's the real 311. Like, and it's going to be.
If I go and it's a tribute band, I'm kicking.
No,
their
it's
ass.
the real 311, and it's actually going to be. It's been so rainy and nasty here. It's actually going to be. It's in the evening. It's going to be, in the evening about 75 degrees, so it's not going to be god awful.
Might have to get a can
of mosquito spray.
Well, it's like me. I've mentioned to Anubis, I have a brother and me are contemplating on going to see Drowning Pool.
Hey,
because they are doing they're doing
tell her who's opening up.
Oh, I forgot the name.
Shank.
Spine Shank is opening for Drowning Pool?
Yeah.
You gotta go now.
Well, when I went to see Ian Maiden, it was Ghost.
Yeah, that goes opening for Maiden for him. That's a cool show.
That is a great show.
Yeah.
We had Alice Cooper open, I think, for Maiden when we went to see Maiden. Ghost didn't exist yet back then when we saw Iron Maiden.
I do have something that'll be coming in the early, probably, is it March 2026? Obviously, me and my friends are massive fans of The Sopranos.
Ooh, I like I didn't know you liked The Sopranos. We could do a Sopranos recap show.
Well, he does like a TV series thing, so that'd be something if you're
Television Chronicles. Well, yeah, I'm gonna try and get my friend. Well, it will be all the girls in, because it'll be me, it will be Neko, and it will be my best friend Jill, who I'm dying to get on the train.
You get to see Jill for the first time.
Oh my god, nice. We can drink some Chianti and talk about The Sopranos.
It is her favorite show, and we are going to see in March Talking Sopranos.
What is that?
It is basically, there is a podcast on YouTube with the guy I forgot the name of the actor. He played Christopher Moltisanti in The Sopranos.
Yeah.
So he is. Yeah, so he is literally bringing the podcast to the UK.
Oh,
and he's doing
really cool.
And he's doing
it. So it's like a live podcast.
Yeah, so
I love that.
It's going to be me and Jill and other friends watching the podcast live. And
that is so much fun.
And it's a Q&A.
Oh, cool.
So think of some good questions.
Oh, and the other one who's with him is Bobby, the guy who plays Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually with him.
So the two of them do the podcast together?
Yeah.
Now I need to find this Talking Sopranos thing.
Well, anyway, as I usually do at this show, I give a nice little tribute clip at the end here as we go out. And I do appreciate Mr. Lambert for joining us, as well as DJ Neko, my co-host. For the rest of you, please go like and subscribe to the Entertainment Headquarters. Great content over there. Like and subscribe to the Meltdown Radio podcast as well. We appreciate your support on both these channels. He and I go way back when we first started the Cinematic Synergy. So we've been growing. We've been growing.
I love the Cinematic Synergy. And speaking of that, I've picked my next pick, and it is the film Screamers from 1995.
Yep. So be looking for that. We'll be getting that out there. And I already have my pick after that, so I know what I'm doing for that. Because it's time that I've got this guy to watch this movie. So the coming after that is going to be The Wolf of Snow Hollow.
Ooh, I look forward to that.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you very much, folks. Give us your thoughts and opinions on Grandma's Boy. What do you think about the movie? Let us know how you feel. We'll see you next time on the Meltdown Radio podcast. And this is the Vintage Cult Cinema.
Call that weirdo Dante.
Yeah, call him.
Hey, easy, pothead. I'll get you your fix.
When I'm around, I can't stand to be around. I hate everything about you.